Good morning. Okay, so here is what I decided I would do. I'm gonna share this video with you. This is kind of like my, little goodbye video. And I'm gonna be on Zoom, of course, on Friday. That would be our last chance to actually see each other face to face. But for many of you, you haven't been really making it to Zooms. Oopsie. So anyway, I thought I would say goodbye, where maybe, hopefully, most of you would look at it. Oh, Isabel would also like to say goodbye. Say goodbye to Isabel. So it's been a weird year. Well, it's really been a weird quarter. The year until the fourth quarter was not weird. And this is the first time, again, we talked about this in class. This has never happened previously in my lifetime, and I am 45 years old, about to turn 46. So this is entirely unprecedented. It hasn't happened before. I hope it goes away and doesn't happen again. That would be outstanding. I don't know. But you guys have handled it beautifully. For the most part, many of you have been working really hard at home, and I've so appreciated that, because remember that what you do when no one is looking, when no one else is around, that kind of defines who you are and what your character is. And so for those of you who've been working hard every single second of your time at home, man, awesome. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of the work that you've put in. I appreciate all of the questions and the effort, and you really going and giving it your 110% every day, even though you weren't coming to school. That's awesome. Some people have been doing that and just sending their work in because maybe they didn't have good internet connectivity, and those people may never actually see this video, so that is a bummer. But I appreciate that too, like to not even have a good internet connection and still get the work done. Amazing. So, as we're finishing this year, so this week is your last week. As a matter of fact, I think today, this is Wednesday, so it's May 13th. Lost all sense of time and place and space, and it's crazy. The calendars mean nothing. Every day is Saturday, but Saturday seems to be a work day every day. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, but for those of you who are kind of keeping up with your work, today is the last day that you have an assignment, I believe, from me. Tomorrow's the last day we're officially supposed to give you anything to work on. And so I wanted to push out a paper that asks you about, what worked, thinking back to classroom time, what worked when we were in class, when we were in the classroom, when we were in English, what worked and what didn't. So kind of give me favorite things, least favorite. And obviously some of that, like if you feel like you're really terrible at writing, then probably the writing assignments are going to be the thing. If you feel like you're really terrible at reading, then probably the reading assignments are going to be the thing. So just try to think about, let's help Mrs. Olson make a better class for next year. And kind of think about that in your mind, okay? And then with remote learning, I just want you to give me feedback. What did I do that worked? What worked that other teachers did that could potentially work in English? You can't really tell me something that you did maybe in like woods or art or something that we could never do in an English classroom, and it wouldn't work at all. That's not going to be useful. But if there's something that you did in another class that you could really see how it could be in English and it would help, please share that information, okay? Please give me that information. So that paper, I'm pushing that out today with this video. It's going to be on this assignment, and you each have an individual copy so you can give your feedback, and just you and I know what you said. Awesome. And then any other feedback after positives and negatives, if there's anything else that I didn't ask the question, but you thought it would be useful for me to know, for sure, share that, okay? The other thing is, I really want to encourage you that, I hope things change. I hope we can get back to school next year. I'm not sure what's happening. We may be kind of doing a bit of both, some remote, some in the classroom. I hope we're in the classroom. I don't know if you have come to the conclusion, but my kids, even my twins, don't love school, and they have talked about how much they miss the classroom, and they miss seeing their friends, and they miss even getting the assignments done in class. There's always things you can get done in class, and then you don't have homework. Having to do everything in the same space where you relax and chill out is hard. And I have found that too. That's not unusual. I am, old. And I also have trouble sometimes whenever I'm on my couch or I'm at my dining room table and I'm trying to get work done. And I'm in a space where usually I'm trying to just relax and have fun time with my family. So that's been difficult. And you guys have had so much perseverance. And I respect that so much. To be so young and to already have this definition of who you are, that you're doing things even when nobody's standing over you to make you do it. That is just so incredibly admirable. So I admire you so much for getting the things done. Please know that. And please stay strong this summer. I don't know if we're going to have, I don't think we're going to have as much freedom as we normally do. I love summertime. I spend most of my summertime between the library, the pool, and hanging out with friends. And I honestly, all of those things are kind of out right now. So I'm a bit bummed out that my summer isn't going to be quite as normal. It's not. But I have other things that I'm planning. So, try to find try to have Zoom calls with your besties. Try to go ahead and set time up to, at least like in this type of an environment where you can see each other, get to where you can have those conversations and still feel like you're reaching out to people, because we're human beings and we need social activity. We're social creatures. Even you introverts, you have people you need to be in contact with, because we all need human communication and contact. So don't shy away from that. Also, just, me, I would encourage you, find some books, man. Find some books. Jason Reynolds, if you remember him, he's the one who wrote All American Boys, which, by the way, you can't go to the library, but you can ask mom and dad to, hit Amazon and maybe order a couple books for you. Remember, it's not that books are bad. It's not that you don't like books. It's the topics. So find something by an author that you enjoy. This one's about like kids who run cross country, and it's actually like a really tiny book. And I think it's actually, I feel like they're young. I feel like they're like maybe freshmen or something. So it's something that, you can read whenever you're younger. But find books, go look on like the best young adult books and find some books that you're interested in. And go ahead and ask. I bet mom and dad, even if they don't want to, if they're not like always looking to buy you stuff on Amazon, they might be willing to buy a book if you ask for it. So throwing it out there, find something you're interested in. And remember, if you ever have a question like, hey, Mrs. Olson, I hate reading everything except for books about, bull riding, or books about teenagers and realistic situations, or books about World War II. I love history. Or, just give me the topic. Give me what you're interested in. I love fantasy. Is there anything that's Hunger Games like? I've read all of those. By the way, the newest Hunger Games, there's like a prequel that happens, I think, like 40 years before it began. That book is coming out soon. I don't know how soon, but I'm just saying, oh my gosh, exciting. So please read. That's a thing that we can do freely. I would also say raid mom and dad's bookcases. Like, I have some really awesome things. Like, I have a thing on J.R.R. Tolkien and how he created Middle-earth. What? I have, oh my gosh, there are so many. I have a bunch of books here, you know me. But I have Margaret Atwood. She's kind of a big deal. She's the person who did The Handmaid's Tale. So this is a book of her short stories. I love short stories. Short stories are literally like the perfect size of a story. Like, you can read it in probably a half hour or under, and it's over, and then you can just ponder, because short stories always have like a big hook. So I love short stories. But please, this is another book of short stories. This is a classic. Alice Walker's The Color Purple. Please just go look around the bookshelves at your house and just see what's there and read a little bit. I'm begging you. Do it, okay? And then whatever English class you're taking next year, whether it's honors or whether it's junior year English, it is going to be amazing, okay? There is such amazing literature in American Lit. Junior year is American Lit. In both classes, you'll read Fahrenheit 451, one of my all-time favorite novels. Ray Bradbury basically had like a vision from God or something on what the future was going to look like. It's amazing, and it will make you think so much. I'm telling you, we're already doing the things that he said we were going to do in there. We're doing it now. So read that with excitement. It's one of my favorites. Some of you will be reading Great Gatsby in English 3. Awesome. If you don't read that, then read it on your own. It's a great book. In honors, you'll also be reading Their Eyes Were Watching God. It's one of my favorite novels. Please come talk to me about it. So just be aware, man. Next year is going to be awesome, whichever way you go. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you and what you've done this year and getting through this whole situation. It's pretty impressive. Shows a lot of maturity. and it shows that, you're on your way to growing up and being awesome human beings. So stay in touch. Remember, if you have a question about books, or you have a question about anything, or you just want to say, hey, Mrs. Olson, what's up? Please feel free to email at any time, okay? I will, be doing my normal summer things, I guess, reading, and I think puzzles. Now, puzzles are going to be the thing this year. So since I can't get to a pool, puzzles and reading. So stay safe, stay busy. Try to recognize that, whenever rules are inconvenient, there's a reason for the rules. A lot of times they're based in safety and keeping us healthy, keeping us safe. So just keep that in mind, and have a great summer. Don't forget to fill out that sheet. It's not for grade, just your opinions. Man, it's always fun to give an opinion, right? Okay, I will see you guys later.